No one was really prepared for a global pandemic.
Right now, I can't place students fast enough at the biotech companies.
If you want to help people, this is a fantastic time to get into biotech.
Our goal for today is going to be clean the BSC. You are each going to get a flask of cells, and you're going to feed them.
Montgomery College offered its first free biotechnology boot camp to quickly train displaced workers for entry-level biomanufacturing jobs. The training targets displaced hospitality workers and others who have experienced job loss because of the pandemic.
Biotech Boot Camp was really formed at the intersection of the county realizing that we have many unemployed workers due to the pandemic, displaced workers in hospitality, in the retail industry, but we also have a huge need for workers in the biotech industry. So the question was asked, could we take some of these displaced workers, could we give them training in foundational skills and put them to work quickly? And the answer, we think, is yes.
Everybody started talking, especially Montgomery County Economic Development, and they agreed to come up with some funding to run a boot camp. And so I put together a curriculum, partly based on what we already teach in the credit program, as sort of like a best of, but at the most elementary level. I then sent that out to several local companies. They reviewed the curriculum. WorkSource Montgomery sent out an advertisement and recruited a number of candidates. WorkSource Montgomery screened those candidates, and then we started.
The immediate outcomes of this program will be to have employees who literally are ready to walk in and work on the first day. They've received the training, so they are what we call bench-ready employees.
The class, offered in person at the Bioscience Education Center on the Germantown campus, meets 4 days a week for 4 hours a day, totaling 64 contact hours.
So what you see here on the screen, this is all of the parameters that you need to control to keep your cells alive.
This training provides entry-level skills such as making solutions and basic aseptic technique for cell culture processes.
The goals of the boot camp are really twofold. One, of course, finding employment, good jobs, incomes for people who have lost jobs, who have lost income, and to meet the needs of the industry, the biotech industry, which is struggling to find the workforce right now because of the incredible demand based on the pandemic.
The most urgent need is vaccine manufacturing, which will need to ramp up quickly to battle COVID-19. But the need for workers in this industry precedes the pandemic.
Montgomery County is a vaccine center. There's manufacturing in this area, and of course that is being ramped up to make billions of doses of vaccines to meet the need.
Montgomery County received investments totaling nearly $8 billion in the biotechnology area in the last year, some of which is providing the funding for the boot camp. The plan is to offer the training free of charge for as long as possible, but even if people have to pay, it will be affordable.
The beneficiaries are the workers who will get jobs, the county, of course, in having people at work, and the companies that will have a trained workforce. And of course, Montgomery College is proud to be able to provide the training needed based on what we have been doing for the last 20 years with our biotech program.
For people with no biotechnology experience, the boot camp students are catching on quickly.
I'm really pleased with the overall majority of students and how well they've progressed through the program. They've mastered things like micropipetting, aliquoting, aseptic technique. I was just really amazed at how well they picked up cell culture. There's a lot of promise there, and our next step is to make sure that the employers who promise to offer positions maintain that promise and hire these guys. And I certainly am not going to have any difficulty recommending the overwhelming majority of these candidates for positions.
I have learned a lot of things that I didn't think I would learn, especially this fast. It's nice to be able to know what a biological safety cabinet is and how to pipette and how to measure correctly, because that stuff is very important in biotech. After this is all done, I hope to get an entry-level position in biotech in one of the companies in Montgomery County.
Once the first cohort starts working, the college will ask for feedback from their employers. This guidance will enable the college to continuously improve the curriculum to meet the ever-changing needs of the industry.
No one was really prepared for a global pandemic, and our agility, the outstanding faculty that we have, the equipment, the amazing building and facility that opened just a few years ago positioned us so well to respond to this need. And we are very proud to have a part of this solution to this global problem.
I'm very grateful for this program because I never thought in a million years I'd have the opportunity to get into a science program pretty much. Science was never really my thing, but this definitely makes it more exciting. So I'm excited for the future.